the DK rap from Donkey Kong 64, like, it was made as, it was, you know, intended to be this silly joke thing. But thinking about it more and examining it more, it feels like the joke isn't, oh, look, this is a goofy rap. It feels like the joke is, oh, look, rap. Like, they're treating rap itself as a joke. The musical genre. Which, given the roots of the genre, there's a strong element of racism to that. Like, that's a little bit of a stretch, I admit, but there's enough other very clear instances of racism in Rare's work that it paints a picture that is not very good for them. Anyway, this is Webwoods. It starts out with this. The mist effect here is incredibly distracting. Like, it was less of an issue in the original version of the game, I think. But here, with the way that the GBA handles lighting and everything, I feel like it's just very in the way, very distracting. And it's not like... there's not really a purpose to it. Like, it's an atmospheric thing, kinda. Like, I guess this whole zone is supposed to be, oh, the spooky ghost zone, everything's all the spooky area, so it's got the fog and mist, and that makes it spooky. But this stage is entirely about Squitter. This is the stage where you turn into Squitter, and then you use Squitter to go through the whole stage. There's nothing in the stage that does anything about spookiness other than this mist effect over it. So it's really just kind of there for no reason. As far as the stage goes, it's okay. Largely because you can skip over most of it because you can be Squitter. You can just kind of... like, okay, something that is more of an issue in this than in the original. You are somewhat limited in your ability to jump over, to just web your way over the entire stage by the arbitrary stage barriers that exist. Like, there's a height cap to the level that is honestly pretty low compared to the actual elements of the stage that you need to go through. And, like, where that is exactly shifts up and down as you progress through the stage. So, like, you can be going straight forward, and the ceiling of the level will start lowering down on you, and suddenly you won't be able to keep going. And, it's just kind of another weird little way that they discourage exploration and, trying things. Because that... like, if you run into that kind of ceiling boundary, then your webs just sort of stop working, and unless you realize that you're at the ceiling, it's just like, well, why did that happen? It's another one of those why did that happen moments. And there's also just the fact that, like, large portions of this stage are just emptiness. Like, you're up in the air and you have no idea how far down the land is, and that's made worse by the fact that you can't see far below you because of the screen size. And you just sort of need to carefully descend to make sure that you're not gonna, like, fall on anything. Or, you know, miss everything and fall in the pit. Because it's pits all over. Here's Squitter and Brambles. Like, I don't have too many complaints about this stage, because it's Squitter. Squitter makes everything better. Squitter's the best part of this game. It's longer than it needs to be. It has that weird, annoying mist effect. It has the arbitrary stage ceiling that can throw you off if you're not... If you're, like, trying to go too far above the stage. You know, doing the thing that is the best way to handle their stages, which is to not interact with them. Don't engage with the stage, just go over the whole thing. Down here in the corner, there's Gold Feather. You just kind of go all the way down, and then you go back up because your webs. Here, it was kind of nifty how they had the one bonus where, oh, you gotta get the cannon to fire the cannonball at the wall and it blows open. And then they just did the exact same thing a second time in the same stage. And that's lazy. Like, if they had done it in a different stage, okay. Now you're being, you know, clever. Twice in the same stage? No. Anyway, that's the end of the Webwoods. There goes Squitter. This is another stage that has the DK metal coin as a end stage goal, and my fingers slipped and I instantly fired out of the barrel when I jumped into it. It's like I was going to do like I thought I would need to do like a whirlwind twirl to get into the barrel, but then I got into the barrel and hit a button and it fired out. So that was another stage where I needed to redo the entire thing after clearing it because I needed to get the bonus at the very end of the stage that I missed. Kreepy Krow. It's a ghost. It's the ghost of the boss that you killed that was a ghost that went away as a ghost and you killed it. And there's ghosts, and sometimes there's a not ghost, and when you defeat the not ghost, it makes a barrel appear for some reason. Because video game. Just because video game. That's the only reason anything happens in these, is just because video game. And you need to ascend the rigging while there's eggs coming down at you, and as an important note, Diddy climbs the rigging faster than Dixie. I'm sure that gets mentioned somewhere by Wrinkly, somewhere early on, but I didn't pay close enough attention to the things that Wrinkly said, because I already know all of the things about how the game works now that I've beaten it, since I had already previously beaten the game. And just kind of need to go through that. You can defeat a ghost by jumping on it, by the way. It feels unintuitive, but you can just do it. That one explodes. You hit it with some barrels, and it explodes. And then Cranky kind of puts a lampshade on it by pointing out that it's just sort of uninspired and not actually that scary, but also it's a boss fight that you have to memorize, because that's how all the boss fights work, is you have to memorize the boss pattern and die repeatedly as you memorize the boss pattern. Let's go back to the Lost World. Let's get lost again. That's fun, isn't it? Getting lost. This time, for a fiery fruit. And this time, before going into the stage, I took a quick look at what Cranky's help was, just to make sure that I didn't miss the bonus there, because yeah, they're useful. They're useful hints. most of them, like, a lot of the bonuses I just remembered from the previous time that I played the game, or they're pretty obvious in, like, what places. The gimmick of this stage is these remote control barrels. The ones where you get in the barrel, and then you can move the barrel around freely with the D-pad until the timer runs out, or until you manually shoot yourself out of the barrel. These barrels don't exist in any other stage of the game, so that's the gimmick of this stage. So, again, it's something that, like, the only opportunity you have to explore and understand the gimmick here is the beginning of this stage, where you get, like, a barrel for free to play around with. And then you need to, like, do these precision things with it. And you're going to die a lot until you get a feel for how they move, and where you need to go, and where you need to shoot out of things. And it's not good. Not enjoyable. Yeah, I don't really have too much else to say about this stage. It's, you've got the barrels. That's the gimmick, is the barrels, and I already said everything about the barrels. They move, and after a time, they fire. That cat o' nine tails has a photo. What you're supposed to do is, like, wait until it gets dizzy, and then go and defeat it. Like, stay away from it until it spins out and gets dizzy, and then you can jump on it and defeat it. And I just kind of rammed forward into it because I didn't succeed at getting away. And up there, that's another one that, like, the intended way to get up there is by getting thrown by the cat o' nine tails, but if you have your partner, you could also team throw to get up there. And this is an annoying bonus, because here you have to navigate the remote control barrel through the brambles. So, you know, do precision maneuvering of this thing that you've only had this stage, one stage, to practice with. You've got the zingers you gotta get around, you got all these brambles to get around. The brambles, of course, are another sprite that obfuscates the locations of the hitboxes. So, you know, just don't be at the wrong pixel overlapping with the brambles, because you can overlap the brambles to some amount, but if you overlap them too much, well, then you've hit the hitbox. And if you fail that bonus, you get kicked out to that barrel that's pointing at the end of the stage. And you can't get out of that last barrel without hitting the end of stage goal. So, if you've cleared the stage once and are needing to redo it and get that bonus, you can start select out if you wind up in that barrel after failing the bonus, and then you'll at least still have the midpoint to get back with.